Let's have a quick look on how to make a standard brush in your painting apps for your tablet device. I want to show you this on two applications, Brushes Redux, which is the latest version of Brushes, and also Procreate. Whatever app you use, this will be a pretty standard way of working. So if we open Brushes, we have ready and waiting a canvas there. So what we do is look at the bottom left, you've got the actual brush icon and the eraser. The eraser will take away, the brush will add. What you've got here is the brush stroke. If we click this with the finger, this is what you're presented with, the standard presets. Now I've been using this app for many years, and what I have here is a set of my personal brushes. And to set these brushes up, have a look at the book on a full section on getting your own set of brushes. What you're looking for is something what's pretty standard, like a round standard paintbrush. Let's say a size 20 brush is a standard one. Now what you can do is you can choose something that you would imagine in your head looks like a brush stroke, so something like this one there, for example. Now that brush is a preset which may not be right for you. That might be a little bit too soft. So what we can actually do is we can go into this and click the word edit, and then making sure that you're on the soft round brush, which is this one here. These settings are all on 0 apart from the intensity. Think about that as how much paint is on your brush. If we increase this to about 10, you can do it with the plus or the slider, that is going to be a nice all-round wash brush, like a watercolour size 20. This slider here is how big the brush is. Well, 200 pixels roughly is going to be absolutely perfect. And I can use the finger or the brush stylus, and you can see that that is a nice size 20 brush. Reduce the size. You've got a size 6, reduce it some more, you've got a rigger or detailer. Now let's do the same in Procreate. So we close that down, open Procreate up. Slightly different brush picker, but once you get used to it, it's very similar to Brushes. The brush icon is in the top right of your screen. It looks like a brush, you can't go wrong. There's the eraser, but this is the brush here. We click it. Now, this is a slightly different way of working because you've got different style brushes, and what I say is experiment with them. You've got sketching, you've got inking, painting, airbrushing, textures and abstract, and you can even add your own to this. Really nice way of working. Of course, painting is what we're doing. Now, the flat brush is actually one of my favourites because it's got a nice clean edge. The flat brush's standard will give you something like that, like a traditional brush stroke, almost like an oil brush stroke. But if we go back into it again and click over the top of the brush itself, this brings you those options like you saw in the previous app, Brushes. And what you can do is you can go across these settings at the bottom and you can play around with that. But on this one, if you want to make it go soft on the edge, you can increase this thing called Jitter, and it makes it go soft on the edge or crisp on the edge. So if that was set on something like 20, that would be quite a nice brush to use for doing the sky, either with your finger or with your brush stylus. And the size slider is actually here. So that's 100% down to 5%. So again, as with the previous app, you can control the size of brush and set up your own brushes, and away you go.